you gotta file this in the dirty trick category. I mean, this is just amazing. This morning, about 4 a.m., I was looking for a photograph that I need for something, which I can't tell you right now, but I'm looking for it. And then I got on my phone to see who's calling me or who's looking for me. And I noticed one of the things that said the 10 best places to retire in Florida. And, you know, since I live in Florida, Miami, of course, Miami Beach, I figured, you know what, let me see who they say. The 10th one, are you ready? Number 10, Fort Myers. Ooh, that hurts. I mean, Fort Myers. If you look at Fort Myers today, it's not there. And this just goes to tell you and to tell the world that in a matter of seconds, your life can change drastically. Now, when I say drastically, in this case, Fort Myers, it was drastic. We all feel terrible. I mean, it's just beyond belief. When you see these pictures, you're like, oh my God. But you got to understand something. When they did this video, which I don't know when it was, maybe a couple months ago, whatever. I mean, Fort Myers was gorgeous. They showed beautiful places, buildings, restaurants, bars, everybody smiling, everybody happy, the beaches. I mean, it was just one of those places that, as you say, this is a go-to destination. I would love to retire here. And now, I mean, you take a look at what's going on there now, it's total devastation. How bad do I feel about it? I feel terrible, and I know you do too. I mean, this is beyond belief. This is people who were actually going to work and partying and being on the beach and having a great time, and their lives were fantastic. As I say, this commercial says, one of the best places, one of the 10 best places to retire or to hang out is Fort Myers. And that goes along with Sarasota as well. So that whole area. I mean, it's devastated, and you all know that. All you have to do is turn on the TV and look at the pictures, and your mouth just drops open. At least mine does, and I'm sure yours does too. It's just unbelievable. But where I'm going with this is this. And just keep this in mind. In a matter of seconds, everything can change. And I'm sure you all have had many, many moments in your lives where all of a sudden your whole life has changed. Maybe for the better. I mean, you know, it's not always bad. I mean, you know, it could be one of these things where you're out one day and all of a sudden you're sitting, I don't know, sitting in a park, and this gorgeous, gorgeous person walks by you, and you feel the attraction, they feel the attraction, all of a sudden, bam, you're in love. I mean, that can happen. But what also can happen is, well, let's see, you know, you're sitting on that same park bench, you know, and, you know, just minding your own business, and all of a sudden a bicyclist come by and blows a tire out, and all of a sudden crashes right into you, breaks your body in half. That can happen too. So what does that go to tell you? It tells you what I always tell everybody. Appreciate every single second of your life. Like I do. I get this all the time from people. Rick, why are you always laughing? Why are you always smiling? Why? I'll tell you why. Most of my friends, my close friends that I grew up with, they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I have to look for specific pictures right now. There's a reason for it, which I can't tell you, but it's exciting. But I am looking for pictures of my past. And as I'm looking at these pictures, I see all these friends of mine, and they're gone. Never to be heard from again. I mean, you know, you're not talking people that are like 70, 80, 90, 110 years old. I mean, I'm looking at people who left this earth in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Yeah, yes. And you see, well, I mean, you figure it out. If you think about what I'm telling you, you want to take a look. If you're like 30 years old, well, yeah, you know, you have a couple ODs and stuff like that, and they're good friends of yours, and you say, oh my God, you know, you can't believe that happened. Well, yeah. But when you're like 50, all of a sudden, you're looking at people on your phone, your iPhone, you're looking at pictures and say, gee, I wonder what happened to this person. Then all of a sudden you find out deceased. Well, I mean, it's scary as hell, and you know as well as I do. So, you know, after seeing this hurricane, and now, I mean, there's well over 100 people who have lost their lives in this, well over 100. And they're still counting. And I keep thinking about this morning when I was looking for a photograph, which, by the way, I did find. But you're looking at that, I'm looking for the photograph, and what do? I see an advertisement for Fort Myers. I mean, just look at it today. I mean, we're all praying for you in Fort Myers, of course. We're praying for the people in Ukraine. We're praying for everybody. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Is this global warming? Hell no. It's not global warming. It's just the way it was. I mean, we've had hurricanes. They had a worse hurricane in 1930 something. I was reading some article, and nobody even thought about global warming then. So, do I think about global warming? Well, I think about very little nowadays. I just think about having a good time and enjoying my life and helping other people if I can, which is what I do. And everybody who knows me knows that. So that's what I would suggest you folks do. Have a great life and help other people if you can. And right now, help the people at Fort Myers in Sarasota. Have a wonderful day. Remember what I said. Appreciate your life now, because you just don't know what's next.